Hey man, listen man. Hey, listen man. Listen, check me out. Man, I had a conversation with somebody today. Man, and it was so powerful. Listen, man. That conversation I had today it was about around coaching, and they want your safety professionals to go out into the field of work in the occupational space, man. They want us to do a lot of coaching. They want us to use those moments, right, to coach people up, teach people what it is they're supposed to do. And for some reason, man, this conversation we had today was that it seems like people are not getting it in their mind, they're not getting it in their heart that they need to be able to do what it is they need to do, and they need to do what's right all the time, right? And so I was sitting there thinking about that today, and I'm saying to myself, like, man, why aren't people willing to do what's right all the time as it pertains to safety? Like, why are they still willing to cut corners, right, and take unnecessary risks, right, and things like that? And so I looked at what I had going on today, and then my wife sent me a text message about something pertaining to us. Come on. I'm going somewhere with this. Walk with me, right? And not to go into a lot of detail about what that text message was, but what it did was it reminded me of how necessary the vision is that I must accomplish in my lifetime. Come on, somebody. Listen to me, man. I think the biggest problem that we have in the workplace is that the vision and the dream and the purpose is always disconnected. It's always far off from what it is that you're trying to do in the moment that you're doing it right now. And you forget how necessary those three things are for you to get to in your life. Like, how necessary that is, right? My text message my wife sent me reminding me that this is not something that I have to try to do in my lifetime. This is not something that I need to try to set out to do. And if I get there, great. But if I don't, it was okay. I put forth enough effort. It's not something like that, but it's something that's absolutely necessary for me to get to and for me to accomplish and for me to do throughout the course of my life. Like, the vision is not something that's up for negotiation. Come on. And a lot of times you're negotiating with yourself every single time you take a misstep, or you make a decision, right, to take a risk that's unnecessary, or you make a decision to do something unsafe, right? You're negotiating with the very thing that you've been given, right, to set you and others that are connected to you free. And the problem with that is that at some point, right, you keep negotiating with that thing, and you keep saying that it's just something I would like to try to do, and it's something that if I get there, it'll be great, right? At some point of time, and we all know this about life, that our season is going to be up. Like, there's going to be a change in season, right? Meaning that whatever it is that the season that you were placed in, that you have here to do what it is that you were called to do in your life, that season is now gone. And because of that, right, the people that are connected to what it is that you were called to do, the people that are connected to the things that you were called to create while you were here, right, the people that yourself included in that mix, the things that you were destined to do, now is not something that you can get to. It's a thing of the past. It's no longer can be accomplished because the season that you're in now has gone along the way. So, man, I want somebody today, right? I want somebody today, not to try to be a goody two-shoe and look good in front of certain people, and because you got supervisors watching over you, or now because you got this program installed right, at your job site, and somebody's here to see or oversee how you're going to be doing. But I need you to get it into your soul that the thing that it is that you are called to do in this world is a necessity. It's not up for negotiation. There is no bargaining with this thing. Like, it's either you want and you have to accomplish it, or it doesn't get done. And I don't know about you, but about 8 years ago, I was in a situation and I had to ask myself the question out loud. And asking myself the question out loud, I was asking the universe the question out loud. I said to myself, man, I didn't go to school and get a degree. I didn't play football for 4 years. I didn't do those things that it took for me to try to get to a level where I could create something in my family that has never been created before, right? A way of living and a way of moving freely through life. I didn't do that to get to this place that I'm in right now. And that place that I was in was so gut-wrenching, and it was so shameful, and it was such a fall from where I was going that I had to ask myself that question, because what am I supposed to be doing? Because this ain't it. And some of you today need to ask yourself that same question. Stop settling for the moment that you're in right now. Yeah, you might not be able to see where you're going from this point on. You might not even know how you got to where you got to right now. But guess what? The time is now for you to understand. I've been placed here in this organization. I've been placed in your life. I've been placed in your mainframe to deliver a message. That message is that you have something that you've been called to do, and that it's very specific and it's very intentional, and that if you live the season of life to the fullest, right, then you will get to where it is that you're trying to get to, or what it is that you've been called to in this life. And every time you cut a corner and you take a risk, right, you're adding to that negotiation power that you have when the door opens for opportunity for you. You kind of waver in fear and not all the way in a sound mind that I'm going to walk through that door. You see, it's not always about, right, okay, am I going to go climb to the next level? No, sometimes the door of opportunity is only going to open for you for that particular opportunity, and you have to be prepared to walk through it. Every time you make a conscious decision to do something unsafe, to go against the rules and regulations that are set forth to keep you safe and to protect your life, every time that you make a decision like that, you put that thing, that vision, that dream, that purpose at risk. And guess what? Come on somebody. Just like me, right? You want to put kids through college. You don't want them to know what a FAFSA is, right? You might have brothers and sisters that's counting on you to create something so that they could be a part of something much bigger. Come on. And I'm telling you right now, you might have babies and grandbabies that's coming up in this world that are looking at you to provide for them in a way and create a life for them that's never been created before. And because you want to cut corners and take risks, you're putting all of that at jeopardy. Something might come along the way and say, it's time, let's go. Oh, the door is open. Somebody heard your voice. Somebody knows what you're doing. Somebody believes in your purpose, and they want to come, and they want you to come and fix a problem, because you're the only one that has the solution for it, and you won't be ready. You'll waver. You might you say it's too much work. I'm comfortable in what I'm doing, and that's what you're doing every single day, every time you take risks. So today, I want you to get yourself in gear. I want you to understand who you are, what you're bringing to the table. Do it at the highest level that you can do it. I don't care if you're turning wrenches or pressing buttons. Do it at the highest level you can do it. Don't cut corners, and let's go and have a safe, productive work day. Let's go.